Linux directories. That's what we'll be talking about in this video. Talking about Linux directories in Linux, and this is very important, especially if you are just starting out with Linux. You need to understand the directories and the content that you are going to find there, and the content that you are going to put in each directories. Just like you using Windows, we have users directories. Within use users directory, you have documents, you have music, you have videos, you have downloads and things like that. But in Linux, it's more important than that, because there are a lot of directories that contains important files. So now I have signed in as a root user on this Linux machine. So what we'll be doing is to see the directories and talk about each one of them. So let's change to the root user. So now we are the root directory of this machine, and if you do ls, you are going to see a lot of files. Let's just start from the beginning, or let's just list them out -l so that you see them coming from top to the bottom. All right, so talk about each directory, and then this one that you can see here is not a directory, by the way. The first one here is bin. However, it is a link, but the link is pointing to another directory. It's like it's like a lock and key. This is the key to access this. This is the lock to access the key, or this is the command to access this directory. So this one that you can see here is a link by seeing this and by seeing this arrow as well. So it's pointing to the bin usr.bin directory. usr.bin directory, or basically the bin directory, is the directory that contains the commands that regular users use. We are going to talk about regular users later when we come to home. So regular users, the commands that regular users will type on the terminal and get executed are located in this bin. We have the boot directory. The boot directory contains just from the name, the kernel, the boot, everything that just brings the machine up. We have the dev directory, but importantly we have the etc directory. The etc directory contains configuration files. All the files that are used to configure this machine are located in the etc directory. And then we have the home directory. Home directory, this is the directory that contains all the regular users on this machine. We are going to go into each directory later, but just note the meaning of each directory. These two are links as well, and they are redirected to the library and the library 64. We have the MIDA and we have the mount directory. This contains all the storage connected to this Linux. We have the options directory, we have the proc, we have the root. The root directory, this is the directory that this is the home of the root user. Just like you have regular users in this folder, the root user is the one that has this folder. You have the run directory, you have the sbin, and sbin contains, like I said, bin contains the commands that are used by the regular users, while sbin contains the commands that are used by the root user. We have server, we have sys, and then this is just a text. You have the temporary directory as well. This directory contains temporary files. Whatever you put here can get lost after each restart. So you should only put temporary stuff here. We have the users directory. As you can see, this bin is located in the users directory. So likewise, all of these lib and then sbin are located in users directory. So directory, guys, it's an important directory. It contains the users files. You have the vagrant directory as well. This directory, you only get it when you created the Linux machine using vagrant. So vagrant is a virtual machine automation tool used to create, manage, and then manage virtual machines. So whenever you create any Linux machine with vagrant, then you are going to get a directory. And what this directory does is that it's like a window from your Linux to your physical machine. So whatever you put in this directory, you'll be able to access it on your physical machine. And whatever you put onto this directory or onto the VM's directory in your physical machine, you are going to get it in this /vagrant directory. And the last one, which is the var, this is the servers directory. Let's say we have this Linux machine is running a web service, maybe Apache 2 or HTTPD, depending on the Linux type of Linux. So the content of the website will be located in this var directory. So that is Linux directories in a nutshell.